I'm just sitting in the studio just trying to get to you.
You're listening to The HD Show, presented by Tom Peacock Cadillac. Here's Fred Davis and Henry Thomas.
That's right, voice guy. He is the 14-year All-Pro Henry Thomas. I'm just a regular dude named Fred Davis. Not to be confused with the Fred Davis who's now the tight end for the Patriots.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
My boy Freddie D got signed. He got kicked out for a year for smoking the Oski Woski Peasky Whiskey.
How hard is it that? I mean, I knew cocaine was addictive. I heard it was very addictive.
It's a powerful drug. Cocaine is a powerful drug.
But everybody that I ever known, I've ever seen on
Chronic?
The Chronic is just the
laid
most
back.
Laid back. I mean,
Well,
do you have to, are you so tense in your life that you know
gotta
you're
smoke
going to work?
Yeah.
You know they're going to test you. You got to go smoke it first?
Think about it. Ricky Williams took a year off the NFL to go do it.
Well, that was a lifestyle change. I mean, choice. You know, he picked that, you know. He picked that lifestyle.
Well, I mean, let's face it. So did Fred Davis.
Well, it's not like it. You know, sometimes they make it seem like
they have to do it.
Yeah, like they were born into it.
Right,
it's in their DNA.
Right. I got to smoke weed.
It's in your DNA now,
yeah.
apparently.
It's more than just your DNA. Apparently, it's in your urine stream, too. So, the NFL frowns on those sort of things. But real quick, shout out to our boy A.A. Ron, now that he can't hear us.
That's right, A.A. Ron.
Hey, oh, you can? Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, when I turn on my mic, I can't hear what's going on.
That's A.A. Ron, say your last name. Raybold? Raybold. A.A. Ron Raybold working the 1, 2s, and 3s here at the HD Show. And for those of you wondering, what does HD stand for? What does it stand for?
Henry Davis.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
The HD.
Don't overthink it.
I did. Don't make too much.
Because we racked our brains on what the hell we were going to call this show.
Absolutely. That's it.
It was one ignorant idea after another.
Oh yeah, there were some dumb ones.
But we're man enough to face it today. And so we had a bunch of dumb ideas, and then one day I was driving to work. Real quick, I got to give a shout out. I got to give a shout out to all my people over at Cayman Cargo out in Stankadena. I was at work all day today. Everybody was excited. People were pumped about the show, and so I got to give a huge shout out. If I name off everybody at work that wants a shout out, and I'll give you guys all shout outs throughout the course of the show. This is not our only show, so stand by. Stand by. But huge shout out to everybody at Cayman Cargo.
And having you said that, I might as well step up. I might as well step up and do it. You know what?
Let's get this out of the way.
Everybody at Tom Peacock, individually, you'll get your shout out. You know,
that's what people got to understand.
I can't do it all at one time. The show will be over.
It'll sound like an Academy Award speech.
Yeah.
And nobody likes those.
We don't want that.
Wrap it up. Wrap it up, Box.
You know what? I was at Tom Peacock today. That's where you can find me. When you don't find me here, I'll be at Tom Peacock.
There you go. I think of one other place we might find you.
Okay. Let's not go there.
That's for another show.
That's for a remote. Different show.
Our remote.
That's a remote show. That's it. But everybody at Tom Peacock that was all excited about the show. Hope you guys are all listening.
Yes.
And I'm all excited, and here we go.
You should be. And if you're a Rockets fan, I don't know how excited you are right now because of the way your season ended and because of the way your superstars looked anything but superstarish.
You know what?
Dwight Howard, let me ask you this. Let me just put this out to you, okay? As a former professional athlete, you know big time when you see it,
right.
Okay? But you also know guys who were at the creme de la creme, and then, they always say that we're always the last ones to realize, when Father Time's catching up to us. But
right.
you saw guys around you, all right? You knew superstars that, when they were the bomb, and then all of a sudden you're like, lost a step or six.
They're just the fuse, not the bomb.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
when you watch Dwight Howard, what is the first?
I would like to, when I watch Dwight Howard, I would like to see him make some shots, not dunk every ball.
But he barely even does that anymore.
Well, he's 7'9" or something like that.
Dude, he's only 6'. See, that's the misconception. He's only 6'11".
Only 6'11". Is that an oxymoron?
But okay, it is. And it is, but it isn't. I'm going to tell you why. Because for a guy that's 6'11", and has and clearly the back injuries don't seem to be a problem because we saw defensively.
Right.
He's blocking shots at the top of the glass, for God's sakes. Defensively, Howard's, I think, almost as good as he's ever been. Now, granted, is it Orlando Dwight? Of course it's not. But we saw some flashes of Orlando Dwight. But for a guy that's been in the league since, 2004?
Wow, yes.
And, you've got Hakeem Olajuwon, who's forgotten more post moves than Dwight will ever know. How can you not have just a simple jump hook? That's what I can't wrap my brain around.
Well, it's like you said. He's been in the league since 2004.
Yeah.
And it could be a case of that old dog and a new trick.
Yeah.
Could be that. I mean, he dunks pretty well. I mean, he dunks a lot.
He does. He does dunk a lot. But listen. You can dunk all day, every day in the playoff, or in the regular season. Okay, when you're playing the Bobcats of the world, when you're playing the Utah Jazzes of the world, or insert crappy team here. Although the Utah Jazz did on a halfway decent run, but you can get away with that. All right.
Okay.
But at some point, when you're playing DeAndre Jordan, okay, when you're playing Andrew Bogut.
Right.
Okay? You're not just going to there were times when you saw the look on Dwight's face against the Clippers. Now, of course, they came back and won that series, but there were times when, he got out-rebounded and out-jumped by by DeAndre Jordan.
Absolutely. Well, and a lot of times in that, you touched on his defense. Sometimes, unbelievable defense. But we don't have, as a big man, we need both sides of the ball. We need the rebounds, the scoring, and the defense. And when he was going up against, like in the Clippers, just like you said, sometimes in his face, he was going up thinking, who do I give this ball to? Because I'm not going to shoot it down here.
And to me, that's a byproduct of the offense and how just lackadaisical it really is, because there's no flow to that offense.
Yeah, but you know what? I did see towards the end when they make the turnaround and come back and win the series, where he got to the point where he was upset about the way he played, and he turned it around where he got just aggressive for no reason, just tip off, pushing, bumping.
But see, But see, to me, that's a testament of, or just an indication of, does this guy get it? Like, okay, this is when you're going to show your aggression, is when, the team's down 10. Yeah, I mean, it's like Fred, too, who's no longer our Wyoming correspondent. He's now our half Colombian correspondent here. And, for those of you that remember Fred, too, our Wyoming correspondent back on the other show, Fred, too, has since moved to Houston. So there's an update. And, Fred will be a running theme throughout the course of the program. But Fred made a good point that, for instance, that the play in the Clippers series, when he pushed Draymond Green,
right?
And I can't remember who it was he pushed him into. Was it Harden? I don't know if it was Harden, but it was somebody he pushed him into. I mean, just clearly pushed him into him,
right?
I mean, that's one of those moves that
sore loser looking moves.
Yeah, come on, man, what are you doing?
That's right.
But James Harden, and we teased this going into the break. James Harden talked about in his exit interview that this team needs a true point guard. Now, if you're Patrick Beverley, you're thinking to yourself, well, thanks, James. Now, is he saying that because he was James, or that Patrick Beverley was hurt? And that's what they needed, because, or would he have worded it a different way? Okay, like for you, one of the things that you always had to deal with in Minnesota was your quarterbacks were never that good.
Right.
Okay. Now, if you'd had a decent quarterback who got hurt at the end, and then your exit interview says, "Man, we really need a quarterback going into next year." What's that say about the guy that was like, "Hey," what's he saying?
But you know what? You can't say all our quarterbacks were not good.
Right.
Not to change the subject, but you got to give them some. You had your
Wade
Gannon.
Wilson.
You got Wade Wilson. He went. You got Johnson, who was at Tampa Bay. You had Gannon.
But I feel like they all got halfway decent after they left Minnesota. That's kind of been the running theme. Well, I don't know if there's a connection to that or how that works.
Maybe it was because they were in Minnesota learning.
That's what it was. They nurtured them up. They coached them up. And they let them spread their wings elsewhere is what happened.
But back to the point guard.
But what does that mean then? I mean, let me ask you this.
It means
you're Patrick Beverley. Are you pissed?
Yes, I'm pissed. Of course I'm pissed, because I'm the point guard. Obviously, I'm not a true point guard,
right?
But I'm the point guard.
Yeah.
And now there's two ways of handling it. I'm pissed. I'm just gonna be mad about it, or I'm gonna go and make him shave his beard, because I'm gonna go work on my ball handling and my point guard skills.
Well, he's already dropped some nugs. Old Patrick Beverley, that Chandler Parsons has been contacting him about going to Dallas, because he's a free agent.
Well,
and so
then I wouldn't be mad if I knew I was a free agent. I wouldn't be upset.
I'm going to put this out there, and there's one point guard that I think the Rockets really need to go after, and I know maybe he hasn't had the best showing here as of late. I'm going to tell you on the other side who I think that might be. But I'm also tell you, too, that you guys all know we're getting it. Listen, it's already hot, okay? Yeah. It's June 1st. It's hot as hell already. And you know what that means. It means hell on you, and it means hell on your car, okay? So if you want to get your car running right and you want to get that AC blowing cold, you need to take it to the folks at Express Care on Kirkendall, just north of 1960. No matter what make or model, my friend Charlie and his ASE-certified staff offer complete auto repair and the best oil change in Houston, not to mention they've got the best service in the business. With more than 30 years of serving the community, Express Care on Kirkendall will keep your ride rolling right this summer. And as an exclusive for HD Show listeners, tomorrow, you go into Express Care on Kirkendall, sandwiched in between Kirkendall and Louetta, go into Express Care, tell them that you're a fan of the HD Show, and you'll get a $15 conventional oil change, or if you got those nice cars, you get a $30 synthetic oil change. So if you're like HT, you're going to get that nice synthetic job done. Go in there to Express Care, holler at my boy Chris or Chris Columbia sitting behind the counter. Let them know you're a fan of the HD Show, and they'll take care of you right. Express Care on Kirkendall, 281-379-2282. Make sure you go by and see him today. Coming up next from SheridanHoops.com, big fan of him. He's always a big fan of our program as well. Friend of the show, Moke Hamilton from Sheridan Hoops. Don't go anywhere. This is the HD Show, ESPN 97.5.